let's go. What's up guys, it's CFL and today we're gonna get a little sand workout with my boy Austin. But before we get into that, I noticed that I didn't actually talk about what is happening previously in my life in the last video. So let's just take a step back, and that might be something I'll be doing until I finish up updating you guys on where I'm at in life and what's next for ItsGrawVez. So, let me take a moment here to just calm down. I bring a lot of energy in these videos because YouTube is fun and I enjoy this, and I do this for stress relief. I do this to enjoy life. I do this because I'm passionate about it. That's why I do YouTube. I don't do this for the money. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to put these videos out on my own time because I have a lot of things going on, but it also doesn't hold me to be like a slave to the videos. So I think when I first started out, I was like, I need to put a video out every single week. I need to do this, I need to do that. And I noticed that it was taking the quality of life. It was taking time out of my weeks with my family. I mean, I love the videos, but just like any job, it can take over, and I'm trying to, control that. So I'm sorry if I'm not putting out consistent videos for you. I know some of you guys keep reaching out, but I'm gonna continue to do this, with the same passion and love that I have for football, for engineering, and anything else that I love to do. And what that means is I'll just push this out, whenever, I have something to share with you guys or show you guys, or sometimes you guys are even convincing me to make the videos, and that actually is pretty inspiring. So thank you. Yes, I'm gonna be talking for a little bit before we actually get into the workout. So if you wanna get to the workout, just skip a little bit ahead. But update on my life. So before I got here, right now I'm in Colorado. Before I was here, I was in Texas. Let's just go back to May. In May, so this year was my second year being a free agent. Last year I got cut from the Red Blacks. Right now we're in August, so exactly about a year and maybe a month ago from today, I was cut from the Ottawa Red Blacks in Canada. And that was a tough time. That's when Enjoy the Grind actually started. Let's fast forward back to here. Now, in May, I had the opportunity, it was mid-May, yeah. I had the opportunity to get another CFL tryout with a team that I actually had reached out to. I had noticed that even though I played for the Red Blacks, that wasn't enough, that wasn't substantial to get me back in. I don't know why. It's something that's bigger than me, and that's something that I had to understand over time, but I still continue to train. I came back to Lando's in January. I trained all the way January, February, March. Probably trained all the way through April. I went back to another pro day, and in May, my mom, my family, they're all gonna get together in San Antonio, so they wanted me to come and visit. And I came back, and on my way there, it was a road trip from here, Colorado, to San Antonio. So I had a lot of time to think, a lot of time to just figure out what I want to do next. Because when you take a road trip, 16 hours, it's a lot of time to just drive. So it gave me a lot of time to think about, why am I doing what I'm doing? Why am I training for the CFL? Why do I want to be up there? Like, am I gonna enjoy it even if I do get back up here? Like, what was the whole big reason? Because when you're training and you're grinding, I don't know about you guys, but I cut off all thinking when I work out, and I just do. I don't think, I do, because I want to get better, and thinking takes time. But there's a time where you do need to sit down and think about why you're doing what you're doing. And when I realized it, I was like, well, I don't want to go back to the CFL, man. And the reason I wanted to go back to the CFL was because I wanted an opportunity to play in the NFL. My whole thing, Enjoy the Grind, everything before this all started because I believe I had the opportunity. I believe I have the ability to play at the next level in the NFL. And in the CFL, it felt like they were kind of playing a game with me. I was in a system that I couldn't control. I was just a player, and you know, somebody else holds the keys, somebody else is controlling the strings, and I had a hard time with that, just knowing that. And a lot of you guys that want to play in the CFL, you'd have to be okay with that. You have to understand that it is a business, and it's not always going to be in your best interest. And if they're not going to add value to you the way you might feel that you can add value to them, you might have to reconsider if this is right for you, because sometimes you're going to be on the losing end. Well, most of the time you can be on the losing end unless you are a stellar player that stands out and can demand what he wants. But a lot of the times, if you're an American and you're in the CFL, you're already a step behind, because the CFL is a Canadian football league. Understand that. They're not there to say, we want, you know, to give a chance to every American. They're there to say Canada is first, obviously, by the team, and then we'll give shots out to our international players in the US. But if you want to come out from the US, you better be one of the best players. And that's one thing a lot of you guys might not understand. Yes, I got my opportunity, and yes, I train, but I don't want you to take that for granted and think it's easy for anybody to get a chance to play pro football, because that's not what it is. It's very, NFL is probably a little bit more cutthroat. But anyways, let's get back. I'm getting sidetracked. There's a lot of videos I'm gonna be making about more informational things that I've learned from my experience, so you can get a taste of that right now. CFL, man, I didn't feel like they were gonna do what was in the best interest for me. I did reach out to all 9 teams. One team responded and said they do need a pass rusher, they do need a linebacker, they needed pretty much everything that I did. And the tryout would have been that Sunday when I was gonna get back to Texas. But on my way back, I also had 2 interviews, an engineering company in oil and gas and an engineering company in IT, technology, right? So I'm thinking, so I got the CFL, they're gonna give me a tryout, I'm gonna fight to get back on that team, and then they're still at the end of the day gonna determine, you know, my future afterwards. They're gonna say if they wanna cut me, they're gonna say if they wanna let me get my shot in the NFL, they're gonna say if they play me, they're gonna say if I suck, they're gonna say if I'm good. Regardless of what I show on the field, on the film, every day, every hour, regardless of what I do, it's not in my control. That's the CFL. And at the end of the day, is the value that they're gonna add to my life gonna be enough for me to feel like I'm happy? Am I gonna be able to carry that proud and just say, I am in Canada, I'm doing what I love? Or am I gonna say, I don't respect what they're doing, I don't like what they're doing to me, I deserve better? And to be honest, I know I deserve better. You know why? Because I can add value in more than what a regular guy up there can. I believe that I put forth so much effort that if they don't even think about giving me that value back, it's not fair. It's not fair, and it's not supposed to be fair. And that's what I'm trying to get to you. It's not supposed to be fair. And I think the first year of me going up there, totally fine, because I'm not thinking like that. I just want my opportunity. But the second year, it's more like, listen, the older you get, the more mature your thinking process is gonna get, the more your body's gonna tell you things, the more life is gonna come back to you and say, does this make sense? Are you sure you can continue doing this? You have more responsibilities coming up. And those 2 job opportunities were gonna add more value to my life than that CFL tryout would, than that CFL opportunity would. Because you first of all have to trust that that team's gonna work in your best interest. And to be honest, from my first initial experience, I don't feel like the CFL is gonna put my best interest forward in any aspect, because it's not like that. It's a business. They want to make themselves win at any cost, by any means necessary. So I decided to go the engineering route, and that's where Enjoy the Grind comes back. It didn't mean that I'm not gonna stop training, stop grinding, doing what I love, because if you notice, I actually enjoy training. I actually enjoy getting better. I actually enjoy the grind. This isn't a joke. This isn't something I made up. Yes, I haven't made a bunch of videos lately, but that's because my grind is changing. I'm adapting. I'm just in a new environment. So much is happening right now, man. And that's where more videos will come out explaining where I'm at. But, so that is the reason that I do not feel the CFL is for me. That's, I guess, what I was trying to get to. CFL is not for me because I don't feel like they're gonna help me get to where I wanted to go. And I did all this not to play in the CFL. I did all this to play in the NFL. Now, the difference now, NFL, I don't know if you guys know about Beckham's brother, something Beckham. I'll have to put it up somewhere or something. But anyways, the dude just trained. He was a bodybuilder. He got swole. He worked on his own time. He perfected his craft. And guess what? He got his shot. He got his shot to train with a bunch of different NFL teams, or I should say try out. He never got to actually physically play, from what I understand. Giovanni Ruffin, he trained. He got another chance. Bruh, he didn't stay in the CFL and do it. So all I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't need the CFL to make my dreams come true. If I want to get my shot with the NFL, which is the reason I did all this, I can still get my shot with the NFL if I believe that, and if I put in the work, and if I show that. And I would have to push that much harder. I would have to show that much more worth. And guess what? The difference between it is that this NFL journey would be more on my time, because if I play in the CFL, it's on their time. They can cut me, they can control my contract, they can bring me back, and they can lock me out of getting to the NFL, even if I did what I needed to do. So, without further ado, let's get back to the workout. I hope I answered my update on why I will not continue to train to go to the CFL, but I will still give you guys valid and good information on what you need to do if you do want to play in the CFL, because I still think it's a wonderful opportunity. It's just not for me anymore. I had my time, and now I feel like I'm in a good place to start getting my routine back, start training the way I like to train, the way I want to train, and really following my passion. But the difference between me and a lot of other guys' story is that I put myself in a position to do so. Yes, I have that new job opportunity, which it's my career, I should say. Sorry guys, the video cut off, but I was basically just saying I do have that job opportunity that allows me to do what I love. And that's what I notice is a big impact, is that financial situation. When you take care of that, you can go back to that young kid mentality, that young, passionate, I love what I do type thing. But if you don't have money in your pocket, it's really hard to dream. And that's real. And that's maturity. That's where I'm at now. You asked me that a couple years ago, it didn't matter about money. You know why? Because I had so many people that were helping me get to where I wanted to go. But you're gonna get to a point where you are the only person that can help yourself. So, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna dig yourself a hole and keep training and not support the people around you, the people that are dependent on you? Or are you gonna find a way to do both? And that's basically my story. Engineering and football. Which one came first? Engineering. Go back to the first video. Which one came second? Football. Which one is first in my life right now? Engineering. Which one is second? Football. Is that okay? Yes, because that is what I want to do, and that's what my dream is. It doesn't mean that that's what you need to do. So, without further ado, I'm going to go get ready to go train, and I will see you guys on the field.